How to understand, an effective way to understand anything. Many people think understanding is a passive process, simply listening or reading until information goes in. They often get stuck in two extremes: surface memorization without meaning or overanalysis without action. Effective understanding is an active process of building connections between new knowledge and what we already know, until it creates personal meaning. According to the revised Bloom's taxonomy, understanding is second only to remembering, but in practice, deep understanding is the foundation for all higher-order cognitive abilities such as analyzing, evaluating, and creating. So, how do we understand anything effectively and efficiently? One asks why and how before what. The brain is designed to understand stories and cause-effect relationships, not isolated facts. When encountering new information, immediately ask contextual questions. Why does this matter? And how does this work or connect to something else? Instead of memorizing the definition of inflation, understand why inflation happens and how it affects the price of the coffee you buy. This approach builds emotional and logical bridges that help information stick. You're not memorizing a map, you're understanding the roads. Practically, write down one why and one how question before trying to remember any new concept. 2. Use analogies and personal connections. Physicist Richard Feynman's technique: explain complex ideas in simple language, as if to a 12-year-old. If you get stuck, it reveals a gap in understanding. Analogies are powerful. Compare the immune system to fortress guards, or an algorithm to a cooking recipe. By linking the unfamiliar to the familiar, you create strong cognitive hooks. Understanding is the art of translating a foreign language into the dialect of your own experience. Actively create at least one analogy that relates the concept to your daily life. 3. Learn through problems. Deep understanding emerges when knowledge is used to solve real problems. Instead of reading 50 pages on time management theory, face a concrete problem. How can I finish these 3 projects calmly within a week? Then seek and apply only the relevant principles. Problem-based learning provides purpose, positive pressure, and immediate feedback, the fuel for fast, deep understanding. The brain learns not to pass exams, but to answer life's challenges. Start with a real question you need to solve, then learn only what helps answer it. 4. Teach or imagine teaching. Research shows that preparing to teach forces deeper, more structured, and more critical processing. You don't need real students. Imagine explaining it to a friend or record a short explanation on your phone. This process forces you to organize ideas, identify the core message, and expose logical gaps. Understanding is tested when you can explain it clearly to someone else. If you can't explain it simply, return to the concept and refine it until you can. 5. Rest and incubation. Deep understanding often arrives not when we push harder, but when we stop pushing. The brain has 2 modes, focused and diffused. Diffused mode activates during rest, walking, or showering, when the brain forms unexpected connections between ideas. After intense learning, create distance. Sleep, especially, is the most important process for consolidating understanding. Sometimes to fully understand something, you need to stop thinking about it for a while. Schedule intentional breaks after learning to let insights emerge naturally. In the end, beware of the illusion of competence, the feeling that you understand something just because it feels familiar. Understanding is not about reaching a final point where everything is perfectly clear. It's about becoming comfortable with decreasing uncertainty. Every time you connect the dots, you don't just master a subject, you expand your ability to understand everything else in the future.